off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz.
Slump Dogs.
Let me
Look at that.
let down your window curtain.
Round of applause for us, man. Welcome back. I'm gonna get a word out this month.
Wait, I gotta pull it up.
Welcome to the show. We bring you something different. Giving the world a few words of advice. Look, we just want the viewers to listen. We gotta go spread the world. Won't stop like a soldier that's going on mission. Got the viewers so tuned in, so close to the screen, and they about to kiss it. Motivational, inspirational. Them boys are bringing all the fake reviews. Getting blessed like a handkerchief with two teamwork together like a chicken flute. Be remembered like the Yankee Doodle. I remember times that we were eating noodles. Now life is sweet like a toaster strudel. Hit the sub button, you know what to do.
I'm loving the show. I'ma tune in next week. I'm loving this show. I'ma tune in next week. I'm loving this show. I'ma tune in next week.
If it's working for you, shit, then it's working for me. Yes, sir. Hey, yo, we back, man. You know, it's Mint Podcast. We back in this thing, man. Back with another episode and coming to drop some gems today, man. With today's topic, man. Is he trying to put people to sleep? It sounds like a lullaby. No, never mind. That's the national anthem. I'm tripping. That is
And the Rockets.
So, before we start the episode, consequences must be given.
Uh-oh.
Last week, we missed a meeting because, Boss Man went out of town. You know what I mean? Which, tell us about that, by the way.
Oh, man, it was lovely, man. Florida was pretty dope, man. Actually some good people, man. I heard that Miami's crazy, but we didn't go out there.
What part y'all went to?
We went to Tampa and
Tampa
Port
many
Richey.
times. Port Richard.
Port
I don't
Richey.
think I've been there.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But back
So-
to these consequences.
So how do you get this correct?
See, listen. You been gone 2 weeks, buddy.
Yes,
You
sir.
been
Wait.
gone 2 weeks.
Who?
The owl.
Uh-huh.
It's been gone.
2
Oh,
weeks,
me?
man.
Oh man.
2 weeks?
Yeah. So
I need to explain why.
I'm gonna need 2 saps. Matter of fact, make it 3 saps. I need 3. You got
need
it.
three of them guys.
I need
man.
3. I actually,
we gotta make up.
I actually got 3.
We gotta make up.
I'm glad he put it like that.
Well,
I kind
we
of
wanna
fucked up.
hear it.
So you can go ahead and call me Gossip Man Rome, because I got the scoop for you,
Oh,
man.
Jesus,
All right.
man. Well,
So-
we want to hear it. What's going on?
The first one goes to the man that decided to set himself on fire for Donald Trump. In this case, he went on and set himself on fire on the outside of the building while his trial was going on.
Nah, that's crazy. Somebody
And-
said it.
Oh, he shot himself too first, and
What?
then set himself on fire.
Nah. Google.
That's no, yeah. You got to when it come to Rome, man. You never know, man.
There's
Oh,
no
okay.
way.
Might be a little extra sauce.
Watch
but
this.
that's-
I'm telling you, the man was literally barbecue out there.
Barbecue.
I'm
Y'all don't
telling
know
you,
that
he
was
was
Green
He
going.
is
Mile.
not lying. He
I
not
told you that.
Oh,
He
for
is not
real?
lying.
I told you that.
Yo, what is wrong with these people?
He set himself
What?
on fire. He
Bro.
go.
Bro, what? What?
Yeah.
Man
was
set
for
himself
real.
on fire outside
Mhm.
trial.
Barbecue.
Sprouted conspiracy theories and then dies.
Yes.
What?
Mm-hmm.
All right, man. Look,
Told
Bro,
you.
I'm a person
Maxwell-
that put conspiracy theories, but it don't. It
wasn't no
don't go that
conspiracy.
far.
It
don't
wasn't no
even go that
conspiracy.
far.
That man was on trial. You went in there. Donald Trump.
Maxwell Alcerillo, 37, St. Augustine, resident who arrived in New York this week, was rushed to a burnt unit at New York, I don't know what that word is, hospital. After a shocking accident, he died just before midnight. Oh, so he lived after setting himself on
Oh,
fire.
no, yeah. Well, they was able to, I guess, bring the fire down, but it was too much damage. It was too late.
Dang, so bro really said flame on.
Yeah.
Bro, if anything,
He said flame on.
that speaks to the power of influence, bro. The fact that you could be a type of person like that, people support you to the point where they would set themselves.
Don't support me. Don't
Now,
support
honestly,
me like that.
Now, don't get me wrong. He's crazy. It ain't just all Trump. This person's already a lunatic. But the fact that he did it for that reason
Okay.
was
Ready for number 2?
Yeah, that's
Alright.
crazy.
Nah, that's nuts. I thought it was gonna be over exaggerated a little bit.
See, that shit crazy.
Okay.
That shit crazy.
What's number 2
He
then,
can
man?
he can fact check the next one too, since we here.
Uh-huh.
What's number 2 then, man?
The stupid NBA player who decided to bet after the rules say you cannot do that, and you make 200 million, you make about 2 million already, and you only won 20,000.
I heard something.
You have
about
got to be
Wait,
the
what
dumbest.
happened?
the NBA player that was betting. on teams or something. I remember. I think I heard something. About
And
that.
he's only made $20,000, and his contract is worth $2 million and some change.
Yeah, I definitely think I heard about that.
All you made was $20,000.
Yeah, I think I definitely heard about that.
I like this part.
Yeah.
Fact checker.
Nah, hey, that's not as crazy as the dude.
Yeah,
I can
yeah,
believe
no.
that.
Well,
I
that's
actually said I
Dude
can
setting
actually.
himself
I
on
heard
fire,
about
that's
that one.
insane.
Yeah, no, I actually thought that was gonna be some BS. Like Virgil went on there, but flame on.
we love you, Trump.
I'm telling you.
Okay, and the last one goes to, if you guys watched the fight last night, which was
the what?
the fight
Oh,
last
yeah.
night,
Oh, yeah,
which
man.
was really, really
He had a nice little picture for him with the ref holding him.
I'm talking about with Ryan.
Ryan Garcia and Hanley. Listen here. So the sap of the day is not Hanley. The sap of the day goes to his father because he thinks that you shut up. Okay, just shut up. Leave it alone. Your boy got beat. He got beat bad now.
I'm not even gonna lie. My whole big thing is I want to take him out anyway because I didn't pay too much attention to the dude until afterwards. I started watching like the interviews and stuff. Bro was out there trying to be more fresh than he was more prepared.
Oh, that's
bro.
Hanley.
What is up with you and all? They ain't gonna lie. Some of them fits were kind of crazy and stuff. I was looking at like the one where he's wearing an interview with like the skull vest and stuff like that was hard.
You
But,
saw the Gucci?
bro, you trying to
You saw the
That's why he
Gucci?
wore it. He said, "I ain't gonna win this."
like
fight, but
even
they
the
gonna see
outfit
me."
that he wore in the boxing ring. I've never seen nobody
Okay,
wear something
it-
like that, bro. Like yeah, we had on Uggs. I think it was.
No, the Mega
Right.
Man boots.
Bro, you out there trying to be more fresh than you are prepared, man, and you got hit with 3-piece.
Oh no, 3 times. He went down 3 times. Listen here. You're a boxer, shit happens, but the daddy is the problem. No, you gotta shut up. Your boy done lost that. He gonna say, "Oh yeah, we ready. Oh yeah, we want the rematch. We ready for." No, he went down 3 times, and the Sapper Day is tag team with the stupid person who was grading the fight. Said the first person said the match was tied. It was even. Stop lying. Stop lying. What you watching the same fight we all watching?
nah.
All the other judges said, nah, he lost that. But it's just that one judge that said, yeah, it was a tie. It was an even. He went down 3
It
times.
reminds me of Simon in American Idol when everybody would just be like, "Yeah, it was amazing." He was like,
Nah.
I'm telling you, my boy, just go get you some good old Everlast boxing gloves, shorts. Stop trying to wear all that fancy shit, man.
Listen. This is the time when you reflect and say, maybe I need to chill, fire my daddy, because my daddy going to get me fucked up even more. Because he said he could beat Tank, too. This is the same guy that was saying my son could beat Tank and take him to the limit, knock him out. No, not that one. Not Tank. Stop that. Stop that. And I'm here to go on record that there's nobody beating Tank. Let it go.
And
Stop
he
trying to
even
come
spared
for
Ryan himself, bro. Like we all know that.
Come on.
Come on, man.
Come on, the daddy. You can't do that, man. Let that boy live. You gonna fuck up his career already. Because he can't fight no Tank. Go ahead, call that right now. Because if you could bring Tank in the mix, you sleep. Ding, 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 ding. Get him up out of there. You need to go ahead and fire your daddy. He need to be let go. He fucking up the juice.
Well, this brother actually brought 3, man. So I'm actually proud of him, man. So wrap that up. Yeah, that's pretty neat, man.
That
You
fucked
actually brought
up.
3.
I told you, I'm ready, boy.
All right, man.
Call
What's
me
up,
hot.
man? Question of the day.
Call me High Man Rome now. Yeah, I'm good.
We can make it easy. You ain't gotta be nothing too crazy. Who either you want to be similar to, or who's your favorite YouTuber?
YouTuber?
Mm-hmm.
Burleezy.
So you just gonna okay?
Wait, you was gonna say?
Yeah,
something?
I was gonna say.
Bro, we all like Burleezy. though.
Okay,
Shout out
well,
You
Burleezy.
got
no-
Ronnie Kinston.
I know that's what I'm saying.
Corey Kenshin. You said Ronnie.
That's because his name is influenced from
Hey,
it, bro. Come
I'm
on,
just-
bro.
I'm just
Come
saying.
on, let me slide, bro. Like,
Well, see-
his name is influenced from it, bro. Cause I
Yeah.
definitely meant Corey Kinsey. Y'all know what I
Yo,
meant, bro. Oh,
shit.
Jesus Christ.
I guess there's 2. There's like LSV, the dude plays Tekken. Only thing I don't like about him is he plays it on Xbox. That's
Dang.
about the only thing I
Dang.
like. That's the only thing I can't stand. Stop playing that shit on Xbox.
And you
Come-
said it too. LSV.
And then he already took mine. The other one is Uncaged Games. I like how he operate.
Oh, the
Sounds so
Asian dude.
familiar.
Yeah.
Asian dude.
Uncaged. It sounds so familiar. I
You
can't.
probably don't watch
I
his
can't- I
videos.
can't-
Yeah, he do a lot of Mortal Kombat,
Dang.
a lot of DC gaming. I can say he pretty much play a about everything really that has to do with fighting and adventure and comic. Yes, to say comic side of everything. So yeah, I'd say on Cage Games. I like his how and he likes Power Rangers. He collects the pop figures. I was like, yeah, he had me on that. I was like, yeah, that's a cool dude.
But it's not the same dude. The dude on Instagram is like Dino something. The one that's older. Yeah. I thought that's who you.
So yeah, y'all check out on Cage.
I like
Games,
Video
man.
Game Donkey. I don't know if you ever heard of him.
What's up?
Video Game Donkey. Never heard of him. No. Have you heard of him before?
No. Damn. Donkey?
Yeah, he got like 10 million subs. Yeah, I ain't never heard of him.
No.
You know, it's a lot
Damn. He don't really show his face.
Oh man, I'm gonna be mad. I hope you don't watch it. Be like, man,
Y'all
really?
messed
It was
up,
so
man.
crazy.
Nah, man, don't feel that way, man.
Yeah,
It's a lot of y'all out there.
It's
Man.
I don't know
It
where to
definitely
start.
is.
You know.
As long as nobody ain't watching PewDiePie no more.
Yeah. Yeah. What happened?
What?
PewDiePie?
What?
Yeah. Oh man, we just gonna go ahead.
What?
Oh, I'm about to look that up. Oh no, I don't know, man. I'm about to go
Wow.
look
Go
it
ahead,
up.
keep going, man. We
I
just
know
gonna
about
keep
Sniper
going.
Wolf, but
Bro, I swear I forget about her every time.
I mean, yeah,
until,
she
like,
forgot
you
it
bring
now. She don't messed up, man.
No.
Evan the Sausage, whatever his name is.
Evan the
Yeah.
Sausage.
And hold on.
Come on, Evan the
Who are your
Sausage.
people? Or your person? Oh, you already said it.
Yeah, you
I
said
said
that.
Video Game Donkey.
Yeah, you said Video
Yeah,
Game
but y'all,
Donkey.
I said. I mean, I like Burleezy too, but
Okay.
he ain't my
That's
favorite.
mine.
Yeah, yeah, man. Cause there ain't
But-
too many.
But okay. Well, you know, we got all of ours, man. That's pretty dope, man. Pretty dope question there. And as I said, you know, with this episode, we gonna be dropping some gems today, man. You know, or I guess trying to drop gems. I wouldn't say so because some people might feel like we ain't dropping gems, but you know, you take it how you want to take it. But we got a pretty serious topic today, man. We want to talk about something that leads into the future of generations and the future of families, kids, and therefore and so on. So today's topic, man, is basically how do you feel that generational wealth affects somebody's childhood or just their life, especially starting off young? Do you think generational wealth is a big importance when it comes to being raised up and even being in the future? Like, do you think it plays a part in being successful?
Well,
Okay. Before we start talking about this, what is success to y'all?
no, we got to know. That's not the question. What is general wealth, technically? Because people really don't. I have a different outlook of what general wealth is to me.
Okay. Well, what is it?
Well, to me, the general wealth is anything someone
Generational wealth.
generational wealth is anything that someone passes on to you that you really didn't have. It doesn't have to be money. It could be knowledge.
It
Okay.
can be Pokemon
Yeah,
cards. It
anything.
could be shoes. It could be
It's something you didn't have.
something that is worth.
Yeah, and they pass to me. I always feel like that knowledge is more than money and everything. Cause
But that's not generational wealth.
yes, it
Yeah,
is.
y'all about to say I ain't gonna lie
Well,
though.
for
What we
me,
talking about?
yeah.
I mean, but I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I mean, something that'll actually help you
That
in life
would.
because knowledge itself,
That's-
you actually have to implement and actually go use your knowledge. We talking about something that
So what I mean by like passing on knowledge, I guess to say my family owns a business where they do, and now they want to show me the books and all that. Now they don't pass me on something that now knowledge that I know that I can use to maybe advance it or make it 10 times better for me to use it now. And now I'm doing my own thing with it. And now because what they showed me and passed on to me, oh man, I'm doing what they showed me times 10. And now I'm getting the money that, it would have been nice for them to start me off with. But now I just started off with knowledge they just passed on to me. And now I can, we in there.
when we say generational wealth, we mean like stuff that
is
everybody
this
else
how
get
you-
that just you ain't gotta.
But that's how you look. It
the
depends on
just-
how people look
But
at it.
we talking about the whole fact is you still basically. I'm gonna be real with you now. That is a good personal concept of it, but the whole thing is even if you have the knowledge, that requires hard work, and you're gonna have to go through a lot of hard work. We're talking about generational wealth, where you could be at the age of 15 and somebody be like, "Hey, let me gift you
Well, 50,000.
50,000. I can gift you with a business, like something. I can gift you with land. I can actually give because if you can have the knowledge, you still have to put in that work and put in that, and that's what we talking about. The stuff that everybody else don't have to work as hard. Of course, when you get it, you still have to work to maintain it, but that's what we talking about, like that generation wealth.
But
like,
with today's kids, and if that was a thing, man, it'd be blown.
It is.
It be well.
Today.
It is.
I'm about to
It's
say, what you
blown.
mean?
I'm about to say generational. You can't have generational wealth without money or assets.
Yeah, you
have
can't.
because you can tell me I can have all the knowledge in the world and everything like that.
But you have
and
to
then
show for it.
and then you get this like pseudo definition of wealth where it's like, oh, the wealth of knowledge and information, but that's not generational wealth.
Yeah.
That's just passed down knowledge and information.
We talking about, hey, I
It's
turned
like
15.
family traditions and shit like that. That's what that is.
So if I was to say I'm passing on this family recipe for you to
it's
do
not
your own
generational
thing
wealth.
That's not.
to make money off that could be worth something though.
That's different between knowledge and wealth.
But you have to go make the money, which means that you just have the knowledge. You don't have assets. Is something tangible. Generational wealth is something that you can actually see, not something that's inside of you.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
I got you put it like that.
Mm-hmm.
No, that'd be hard. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I mean, I think generational wealth can definitely contributes to how you live afterwards and what you kind of go through. Whether it's easier or harder, it would be a question though to have generational wealth. I think maybe it would probably be.
You got to admit
It would probably be a.
It got
A
come
toss
on.
up. It would be
Look,
a
look
toss
at
up.
you. Got a matter of fact. You got so many examples now. Just
Yeah.
look at what you see on YouTube and stuff. The folks that come down from people's rich families and stuff.
Mhm.
Like,
Okay.
your
look at
your
it.
life generally is
yeah, it's
going to be easier
naturally
when you
gonna
have
be easier.
generational
Yes.
wealth.
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. Let me ask you, who's gonna have the better path?
You know, we already spoke about that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I think that depends on the person
Yeah.
and what they.
but we ain't talking about that.
So
The
bad.
path. We talking about does it basically
It
does it
benefits you.
help you? Does it benefit you in reference to making a better future?
I
at the bottom?
think I don't think it helps you because now you really didn't have to grind for anything, and
Depends on how you were raised.
yeah, well that too. Like we said, parents.
Mm.
It depends on the parents. It depends on who's leaving you the stuff and who's showing you how what and what not to do. But in today's world, I just feel like you got so much entitlement and why do I got to work like that? I already got the
Like,
money.
what's his name? What a good example? I seen it just recently. Tiger Woods' son. I think he's like up there doing the
golf.
same kind of golf
Yeah.
thing on the same type of level as his dad. So money ain't gonna make you that.
Yeah,
You know
of
what I'm
course.
saying? You have to work for that. So it's like, and then I'm knowing how Tiger Woods is about like how he has this mindset of you don't deserve anything. Everything's gonna be earned.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I
and
mean?
that's a good.
And if
and
you have
that's-
that mindset, when you have a child, your child, no matter how much money you got, your child's still gonna have to, work for it. So
So let's say Tiger. You think
Mm-hmm.
General Wealth really messed him up?
did he have money as a kid?
Yeah,
Tiger
he was.
Woods?
No, not Tiger Woods. Tiger from
Huh?
Young Money. Tiger,
Oh!
What
I
you mean,
don't know
because
anything about
his
him.
parents were rich. He was rich before.
I mean, and the fact is, they still helped him. Why you think we talk about all the
Yeah, it
time?
helps.
Tiger's one of the best ones with the best credit score in the whole damn.
Now, don't get me wrong, bro. Tiger Woods' son definitely
No,
had
Tiger.
more.
Tiger.
No. I'm saying
Yeah.
going back to
Yeah.
Tiger Woods' son. He definitely had more resources than somebody
Yeah.
else would.
Yeah,
But
Definitely.
you still have to work.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So,
But-
that's why I was saying generational wealth is
Yeah.
going to be better because you have resources.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
versus
Versus-
you got to actually work and build up. Versus you got a
Yeah.
father that's just not calling that person only because he's waiting for you to become that mature. Like,
Mm-hmm.
imagine how much easier versus you like, but I got to call like 24. I'm about 30 before I get it. Versus your
Yeah.
dad, like I can make one phone call right now to change
and I
your
get you
life.
everything
like,
you want.
Right.
I give you
Like-
I give you a perfect one.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron James' son. He is, and it's nothing personal. He's just not good enough.
Bronny.
Yeah, he's not. But you average 4 points, and you want to declare yourself in the draft, and everybody say you're just not ready. You're not ready for that spot. But now here go his dad. There's nothing to him. That's his father. If no one drafts my son, I'm gonna make me a couple of calls, and I feel like that's the wrong outlook to do that.
No, you shouldn't do that.
Let your
that part,
let your
yeah.
son figure that, man. He's just, and it's nothing towards him, but averaging 4 points, maybe 4. That's not good.
But that's where it comes where it helps and hurt him at the same time. At the end of the day, he can make that call that'll help him, but it's gonna hurt him in the end if he don't actually go
It's
through
where-
that same
it's where- it's
process that
hurting him
everybody
now.
else went through.
Let that dude struggle.
Yeah.
If he really
that's
wanted,
one thing
if he
about
really
it,
wanted,
like-
he get it. He
So
has all.
so
the
here's the
resources.
thing. You rather him
Yes. Struggle.
not no. I'm saying you rather him not struggle now on a small stage because college is not a big thing, man. You can build. You got 4 years, and that instead of having him struggle on the main stage where hey, you struggle on the main stage, well, it's off you go. You want to embarrass your son that bad? And that's what I mean by that's not helping. Like, your general wealth and what you're passing on is not helping.
Yeah.
It's not
No, I
helping
mean,
them.
you mean in certain aspects. And at the
I
end of
mean,
the
yeah,
day,
it's good that he has it.
At the end of the day, even with the college that he go to, with the names that's on him, the cameras that's on him, without LeBron and the generation wealth coming down, he wouldn't have all that. But it's certain parts that become negative when it comes to generational wealth, because of the fact is a lot of people forget that you still have to learn, or you still have to teach that person that you still have to work for something. You don't want to just give everything, because of the fact is, yes, again, generational wealth definitely makes the doors easier to be open. Like, even if it come to land, like, it ain't gotta just be, we talking about celebrity status. Even if you got generational wealth, well, you passing a piece of land down, you pass a piece of land down, you a farmer, you pass it down to the next person, that next person becomes a farmer. Now they can go and do this, make farmer, make cattle. That's still a way. So again, even if it's not making money, they are helping feed a family. So again, you still have to be able to work. And you shouldn't have to give everybody everything. You still have to allow them to work a little harder. Even though it's going to be a little easier, you don't just give them everything, because when they finally get out there and get into the real world, and when stuff finally hit the fan, you don't want them calling your phone every single time. Hey, how do you do this? Hey, how do you do that?
I really have a gripe with people that are like athletes and they have children and their children are athletes. I feel like 9 times out of 10 it's like, yeah, you watch your dad do all these crazy things and you want to be like him, so you end up playing this sport. But a lot of times these people, I feel like they want to be something else. But it's like, it's so hard to kind of have your individuality, because you have all these people in your ear and everything going on around you, to the point where you can just like warp who you actually supposed to be into something else that you wasn't really supposed to be. Now, I get it that some people will actually follow their footsteps because they want to do that too, and they genuinely want it. But a lot of times I feel like they're just doing that just because
it's a thing. They
have so many people in their ear.
So
yeah.
I got some real big knowledge right here to just to put on the table right now. And you definitely got a point. But in reference to it, so everyone knows, just to pay attention, because of the fact is, let you know, when you having kids and when you having young, that the human mentality plays a big part with having kids. Mentality. So when these people, like I said, they become athletes, they become with a certain mind state, or becoming, I'm going to be a basketball player, everything else. Whatever mind state that you have, people don't realize that once you have a kid, that mind state, them genetics, all that carries on. So it is naturally easier for that child to become even though, like you said, you don't have to follow it, but it's naturally easier for that person. A lot of people think, oh, it's just in my brain and everything else, but no, them genetics, the brains and stuff, it all passes down. Like I remember when I was playing I was playing Madden a while ago, and they were like, matter of fact, I ain't got to do that. It goes back in time when they used to kidnap like people of certain families, like one that was a farmer, one person that was a strong lifter, and like try to make super warriors and stuff like that, because it is literally, once your mind state becomes a certain way, you carry that between your kids. So if you crazy, that's why you see people, they crazy, they go and they end up having kids, and you wonder right now, they create anything, because the mind state goes into the genetics. So
I agree with you halfway, because sometimes genetics is a big thing. Like you can't, but it's not always that. Like okay, if I'm a serial killer and I have them
no, it's not. I just said it's gonna be easier. Just like with overweight people. Like people try to say, "Oh, genetically I'm overweight." No. It's certain things that you can change. But I just said it makes it easier because scientifically proven, once you have that in your blood, it does make it easier. You have to do your best to try to prevent that from being another thing. Like if you, even with cigarettes, you got a family member that smokes cigarettes, everything else. You can stop. You be like, oh, I don't want to do it. But once you start, it's going to be way easier for you to take on that habit versus somebody be like, you know, it'd be like, so it just makes it easier for that process to actually build onto you versus somebody that doesn't actually, that has not been introduced to it.
It suck though. It's a sucky thing.
I mean, you can always fight against your nature.
Yeah.
That's the thing about it. It's like we're creatures of habit. So you forming a habit that goes against your nature can definitely skew you to a different path.
It's hard, but it's possible. It's definitely
people
possible.
that come from, you know how the saying where you could have a father that's an alcoholic and you and your brother could both either your brother could be an alcoholic and you not, or y'all both could be, or neither one of y'all could, based on everything you do.
And that's a bad outlook. And I think it does. And I think, like you said earlier, it does play a part when people in your ear as well. Like, if I'm not even thinking about that my dad was a serial killer, right? And then here go my mama. You just like your father had them crazy thoughts. That's not.
Yep. And it triggers something
and you
in
putting
the
it
head.
in there.
Yep.
Because if it wasn't there, I'm a strong believer, if you don't put nothing in my face, 9 times out of 10, you wouldn't know. That's how you get people not knowing information.
I got another perfect thing. When you first born, you're only born with 2 natural things. That's a natural fear of a loud sound, and that's natural fear of falling. That's the only 2 things that you were born with. Everything else you're taught. Just like you said, if you're never introduced into something, you'll never learn it. I put this in the same thing when it comes to racism. If a person was never introduced to racism,
You'll never know.
They'll never know what it
It's
is.
a taught behavior. Yep.
They'll never know what it is.
And that's the powerful mindset of, like, you can really do whatever you want. It's just that some things are just easier. That's just because we're all different.
Yeah.
So a lot of the times when people say you are these things, you're really not. You're really just your habits and your rituals, whatever it is that you decide to develop and focus on.
Yeah.
Like the plan and the structure is way more important than what you have genetically. You know what I'm saying?
I'll put it even deeper. When you said the racism thing, so yes, it say my father and mother are racist, and I have to introduce that to my children. Now my children are racist. Now when they have kids and they try to introduce it to the kid, and their children tell them, "Well, no, my friend is pretty cool. I don't see him like that."
I ain't gonna bring it, but
Yeah.
So does it that generational wealth technically passing it on racism? Not everybody's gonna take, and I get that.
That's not wealth.
that
Just-
curse.
Well,
definitely
no,
can
I
be
mean
broken.
it's a curse.
a tradition. Or
Yeah.
something like
Yeah, that's a
that.
tradition or a
And-
culture or something.
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
something like that,
it can be a
something like that.
culture, yeah,
Yeah.
but it could definitely be broken, man. Like I said, I don't have experience. Some of us I got experience. Like it could definitely be broken.
So
There-
can
there-
genetics
And
be
then
broken?
you know what's so crazy about it though is that how everybody has this, everybody's against the woke agenda. That is literally what breaks stuff like that though. And it's so funny because everybody has this negative connotation about these people that think, oh, anybody can be this, anybody can be that, and they take it to the extreme side, and it can be crazy. But it's that same ideal that we kind of chastise now that breaks those kind of traditions. So that's why you kind of have to be open to whatever you hear and dissect it yourself, because
Is it really
a lot of people
crazy,
don't
though?
like that woke stuff.
Yeah.
that-
Is it really crazy though?
traditional things?
No, well, like you said, let's use the being woke.
The
Is
woke
it
thing?
when they say you're
It-
crazy for things? Is it really crazy though?
And so I'll give you a perfect example of woke. One of the woke things that I think is ridiculous is that everybody's a 10. Everybody's like beautiful, all this kind of stuff.
thank you.
Because my
But
whole
is it
thing is that
ridiculous to you because you don't
I'm
like
gonna
it?
tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why it's ridiculous. I get that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Everybody has that certain standard of beauty, but everybody isn't beautiful. That's not true. Because why? Because if everybody was beautiful, then everybody would be normal.
Everybody will be average.
So words would literally lose their meaning if you decided to think that everything is only based on your perception.
But is
So-
that crazy
Oh,
though?
No, that's why I said hold on. Now, I want to because I was waiting for. I've been waiting for this right here, bro. That woke agenda, because of the fact is, I used to actually look up to the word woke and being a woke person myself. But let me tell you, the fact is that Operation Paperclip, Operation Monopoly, I forgot which one it is. It's Paperclip or Monopoly. The fact is, these folks as controlling social media, they have flipped the narrative for what it is to be woke. Because of the fact is, when we were the original people that understand being woke, you understand that yes, you were beautiful, but you also understand when you are woke, that means you understand the fact is you are understandable and you are open to the truth. You don't live in a bird box where you walk around with a blindfold where you don't want to see the truth. A person that is really woke are looking at mirror and realize, damn, I got problems. I know I got this problem, but in the back of your head, you put it to the side and you walk around with way more confidence. So for this agenda where everybody say, oh, everybody a 10, you're giving a false hope because you have to go through that negative first. Because if you don't know the negative, how could you understand the positive? That's the biggest point of it.
And then the point that Rome is trying to make, which it kind of makes sense, is that there there is some validity and positive delusion.
Yeah.
Right? Like, because you could live your life thinking that you this great person and you could feel good about yourself. But the thing about it is, you need some kind of evidence to prove what you're saying. So you can't say that you're a 10 and you never take care of yourself. You don't bathe. You don't do anything to please yourself. You don't work out. But you say yourself as a 10, and you'll walk around with the delusion for a while until somebody checks you, and then you'll think about it and be like, hey, I don't maintain my skin. I don't work out. I don't eat great foods. I don't bathe properly. But if you think you're a 10 and you have all those things, it's just like, okay, now you got the evidence, and now you can kind of, you feel what I'm saying?
So it's kind of hard because I get what y'all saying because y'all not wrong.
Right.
But the fact that I, I'm kind of confused on is this, that technically, yeah, we're not going by what somebody else say, right?
Right.
We're going by what I'm saying inside. Mm-hmm. How am I wrong? If I feel like, hey, I'm this, am I wrong? How am I wrong?
That's when it comes to being woke. Now that's the thing when it comes. Comes to the part where you got some people that are just cocky. Mm-hmm. That goes to part of being
cocky or confidence.
Yes, it comes. No, it don't matter about you can be so kind when it comes to having so much confidence. That goes back to being kind. It don't matter how. Now, at the end of the day, you can look in that mirror.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
you can look and you can tell, bro. So at the end of the day, bro, it's all about building that confidence. But at the end of the day, you gotta recognize the truth. Like I said, you recognize you wake up, somebody else telling you, oh, like I said, matter of fact, go back to a person. Like I said, no offense to somebody that's overweight, but if you overweight, somebody tell, oh, you look good, everything else. But at the end of the day, you gotta look in that mirror and realize, yeah, you may look good, but you fucking your health up. You got all these other problems, but you may look good, but you gotta be able to recognize, bro.
Let me tell you why you can be wrong. So words are very important. Mm-hmm. The reason I changed beautiful from a 10 is because it's different, right? So if you say you're beautiful, nobody can take that away from you. Mm-hmm. But if you say you're a 10, that means you're grading yourself on a scale. So when you're grading on yourself on a scale, you can't grade yourself by yourself. You feel what I'm saying? So it's just like when you take a test, bro. It's a standard, it's a criteria, it's a certain thing that you're supposed to align with to get a great score. You feel what I'm saying?
There's
so the reason
always
why you're saying you're a 10
you.
is because you have something to compare yourself to. Now, if you were just saying everybody is like beautiful, it's like, okay, I can't really argue with that one. But if you say the 10 out of 10 thing, then it's just like, okay, now you're putting yourself on a scale to compete. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get that. I just hate that. I just hate that feeling that you can't use confidence anymore. Because
No. Well,
no. I'm saying I wouldn't say you can't use it. It's more like, so like how you said, I'm beautiful. Mm-hmm. And inside, I was like, oh man, I'm not beautiful. But then something snaps one day and say, you know what? I am this. I am that. How does that? Now I got that confidence. Say, you know what? Even though someone says I'm ugly, and now I don't look this. I think I look pretty damn good. I'm not going. And I feel like that's a major thing with single women, like who are big, and say they can't find somebody to love them inside, and then eventually they do. Like you could be 400. I seen like my 400-pound life where she like 300, 400, and thought she can't find no love, and then she turned around and do because someone told her she was ugly, but then got woke and said, you know what, I might be this, but you know what? No, I think I'm pretty good. I think I'm a catch for somebody. So that's why I say it's kind of a sucky thing that you can't use that now because
it's only bad when you try to compare yourself to someone else.
Thank you. I was just going to say, and that's the part when it becomes bad. Not only that, but just being real, humans are sociable beings. So you can have all the confidence to yourself all you want to, but at the end of the day, you have to communicate with people. So at the end of the day, you can have all the confidence in the world, but how much is that confidence going to stand once you take that walk into the real world and people actually start giving you opinions and insight? Like you said, we're a sociable being, so we have to depend on another person as of no matter what. So again, no matter how much somebody try to break it down or nobody else's opinion matters,
you know
it does, because of the fact is we're sociable beings. We all depend on what somebody else think or what somebody else is do. We are all dependent on each other. So you have to walk into the real world.
The strongest thing to combat all of this stuff is just evidence. So why does who's a good example? Why does SZA think she a bad bitch? because she has all this evidence to back it up. She have people in her DMs, people liking her, dudes all. So if you walked up to SZA and called her ugly, it wouldn't affect her because she has all this evidence to prove otherwise.
Well, I wouldn't say that because some people got some issues and they really got
Well, they
self-esteem
called her
problems.
ugly at
but
first. That's
but
what made her alter her body.
I would definitely say, yep.
But here's the thing though, like I'm talking, she not faulty. You know what I mean? Faulty, but like actual evidence. I just use her as an example.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, because I could have thought of anybody. I could have said Gabrielle Union, but
you could have said Lizzo. She's a big
and the reason why she feels confident about what she got going on is because she has all this evidence. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whatever the evidence is, the evidence doesn't necessarily have to be what I said, but it could be literally the reason why you love your.
Can evidence be lies?
Yep. No, it's no.
If you said I'm ugly,
social media,
that's
that false evidence.
Yeah. No, the reason being is because evidence has to be something that you kind of
prove.
Contribute. Exactly.
Who determines that is
okay,
true? You
let me give a better.
me?
Let me give it a better example. Right. Let me give a better example. So if somebody came over here right now and said, I can beat you at Blaze Blue, and I'm the best Blaze Blue player. If you go against him, you're gonna think like, okay, well, how good am I at Blaze Blue? I'm like, well, I'm alright. I guess I could do it. But if somebody came to you and said the same thing, but they said like Tekken, then the way that you approach the conversation is gonna be different because you have all this knowledge of what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that can't be taken away from you because you have this evidence. You know
and I give you that. Well, y'all who don't know, we talk a lot on the phone, and we got into it one time about Tekken, how he saw himself and how I saw myself. He told me, "Yeah, I'm good, but other people, might do different things." And I told him, "No, I don't believe in that. I told him, and tell me if I'm wrong. I told him, no, I think you can beat him because no matter what you do, I don't care. I've played against you. I think you can do it. That's not that. Who would determine?" He could have said in his mind, "Nah, I can't do that." But then, technically, when I came to him with a fact, because I said, "I've played you, I've done that." So, if that's not a lie, yes, to say if it was a lie, how can you prove I was wrong? It was my opinion of him that he can do it.
Right.
So now I said, "No, you can do that. I know you can. I don't care what you think." So now, did I give him a fact from that I can find on the internet? Or did I give you a fact that came from me? Because what is the difference?
Only way you'll know it's a fact is once you go and you play that game, and if you get your ass whooped,
yeah.
That's the only way to know it's a fact, bro.
It's like something that can't really be argued.
Yeah.
Like okay, for instance, like
that's your inspiration.
Yeah,
the
okay.
only thing you gave was inspiration. That's it. There you go.
So what happened if you beat the person? Did I tell you a lie?
Well, if he beats the person, now he
It's
has
a fact.
evidence.
But did I tell
Now
him a
he
lie?
has evidence. No.
So what I told him wasn't a lie.
No, you gave inspiration.
But it's only not a lie because he has the evidence now. That's the only reason it's not a lie. Because if he loses,
until then, it's the word. Until then, it's just we're gonna say speculation. It's just speculation and inspiration, bro. That's
because
it.
if I sat down and said, "Rico, I know you could do it," and then you turn around and do it, I gave you a fact. I was right.
But then if it go to it, I know you can do it, and he get hit with that. Then all of a sudden he looking over at you on the sideline like, "Damn, bro, you told me I can do it, bro." Like,
but if you win,
so yeah, what I said. So it's like
it's only a fact if it's proven, bro.
if you got, like, go back to what you said. If you got that evidence, you have to have that evidence. Versus is somebody saying something to you. Or it's like you got to have that evidence.
Who's allowed to give you the evidence?
I mean, the world.
You have to. No. You have to actually.
No, the world is inspiration, though. I mean, you can't. You gotta think.
He said evidence.
Yeah, I mean,
who's
you gotta
gonna
think.
give you the
If you was,
evidence?
if you, just I'm gonna be real. If you a person that thought you were overweight, or if you thought you were ugly, if you stayed in just a room by yourself all day long with nobody else around,
Then that's you. Then you giving you the evidence.
you wouldn't
So
have nothing.
that's kind of like a weird like scenario to kind of. Okay, so.
That'd be hard because you still need to hear from people.
Just to
That's why I
clear
say
it
it. So that will still count from evidence and stuff that you get from everybody.
I get what you're saying. So it's just like, oh, how do I know I'm attractive? Because I have people to compare myself to, you know what I mean? Or I have things that I've experienced. But it's like, but that's it. It's still kind of like an opinion, right? Where evidence is something you have and it can't be argued. You can't do
Like
it.
you
know
have
what I mean?
100%
So
proof.
you can't really. Because if you put somebody in an environment, like say with the example, like you go out and meet people, if you put yourself in an environment where everybody's this thing, then it's just like you're normal. You know what I mean? So if everybody was like 400 pounds, then it was just like, well, this is like normal because we have nothing else to compare it
But
to.
if you never went out into the world,
But that's
to get
like
that evidence,
that's a crazy.
you wouldn't know. So again, that goes
It's
into the
still a
fact
form
is,
of
it's
an
the stuff
opinion.
you see on the outside
Yeah.
of the world that still plays a big part. Because if you stayed in the room by yourself and you assumed that I'm just big and you never went out into the world to figure out there was other people like you, you've never had.
Because I give you a perp. There's a girl right now. Dang, she be on TikTok. She be going crazy talking about plus sizes and
Yeah.
all that. So she shows every day where she get like little hate comments about her weight, and she say, "Man, I know I'm sexy. I know I'm." That's what is that, an opinion? Because that means if my opinion of myself is right, that means that could be my evidence. And she's wearing it on her sleeve. She's walking proudly. She's getting confidence from other people. I feel like your confidence can build that.
See here. Okay, so I'm figuring out what my gripe with this now. You can't really use evidence on opinions. You feel what I'm
But
saying?
how would you get it?
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's just like, so, okay, for instance, I'm 6'4". The evidence is something that you can see. It cannot be argued.
True.
You feel what I'm saying?
True.
So, but that's not, me being 6'4" is not an opinion, which is why the evidence works so clearly.
Yeah.
So when you use something like an opinion, you can't really use like evidence
Yeah.
because it's always like going to be a
Something
gray area
different,
in
yeah.
it. Whereas
Yeah,
if you
I
say
mean-
something that's a fact, like I'm black, you can't
Yeah.
really,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? That's a fact. So that's why you can use the evidence to back it up. So that's why I'm just like, well, the fat thing and how you look and all this kind of stuff is just like, well, even if you look at BMIs, right, the scientific determining factor of whether you fat or not, most of these women that we see that be like thick, like they're technically fat according to BMIs.
Yeah.
But it's like in our opinion, they're not that.
Yeah.
So when you try to use your opinion in the evidence, it's always going to be a gray area. You know what I'm saying? Because if we want to go by like facts, like with BMIs, which is crazy, like according to BMIs, I'm overweight.
Yeah, that's crazy. And you know what? He has a truth to it though, because for my wife just had that thing, and my wife always, she's had confidence. I was like, yeah, you got me. I was attracted to you, but she said, is there something about herself that she just wants to fix? I was like, oh, that's cool and all, but I feel like there's nothing wrong with you. I think you're 100% like beautiful to me. You are like 100%. That's a fact. And how I can prove that is because you got married.
Yeah.
If you wasn't so attractive like how you felt you were, you wouldn't be married. That's a fact. I was like, you got married. You attracted somebody, and that
it's pretty great.
and that's formed of my opinion of her, not somebody else's.
Okay.
I said, no, you're beautiful. That you mean the world to me. You look great.
See now that is definitely a fact. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Something because you have stuff that you can prove. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it can be.
And that's
You know,
coming
a
off
fact.
that's
Yeah.
coming off opinion from me, not somebody else, because
Yeah.
somebody else on the outside can say, oh no, she don't look too good. You can say that's a fact because again, that's your opinion, because you know how social media
Opinions
works.
are not facts. We got opinions are not facts.
But-
Opinions are not
So
That's
hold
how
on. So
people
that's
use
why I
them,
would
though.
say, hold on. Now that's why I say. So let me break it down
yeah,
now.
opinions
So,
are not facts.
so like what I say, now
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I'm not gonna play. That's what I say. They definitely not facts, but let me play a part of why they say they play a big part in how you move in life. Because of the fact is, naturally, no matter how you try to slice the cake, the brain is automatically programmed to think negative.
Yeah. for
Yes.
sure. Definitely.
So
Yes.
again,
It's
if you
for-
never get any opinions, like I said again, if you never walked into the outside world to get opinions, even if it was negative or positive, your brain is automatically gonna think you ugly. It's gonna automatically that's just how the brain thinks, and that's scientific. You can't even change
Yeah, you
that.
can't.
You can't change that. The brain
Well-
is gonna automatically put you in a place where you gonna think that. Oh, so that's why I say opinions are not facts, but they are definitely of importance. Same thing when you go on X Factor. Look at American Idol.
Yo,
They have people that judge you off of singing. The fact that you can say, oh, that's your opinion, but when them folks walking off that stage, when they say you ain't singing the best,
So when does the opinion
It's-
come a fact?
an opinion can't be a fact.
Technically, if I said
It-
this was gonna happen and then it turned around and did I lie? Did I prove it?
Okay, so look. So
Off on
a
an
reason
opinion.
A reason why an opinion can't be a fact is because all you need is somebody to argue against that opinion, and then it's not a fact.
But
Because
what
the fact
if
is
it
something you can't
happens,
argue.
though?
Yeah, but I mean, everything can be proved. I mean, unless
if
we
it
want to
happens.
contradict life, I mean, everything can kind of be
So
proved by
I put-
science or history or,
So let's say,
it can
yeah.
all be proven unless, like I said, we can't, I don't know if we want to contradict life, but it can
Yeah.
literally all be proven.
Like
Like,
contradict
so again,
life.
like, if you want to say that, nah, it can all be proven. If you say that, oh, how's me being, overweight or me, being like a problem?
Yeah.
Let's go to a doctor
Yeah,
and
opinion.
they can tell you. I mean, maybe opinion until you find out it's a fact. Then that's when that opinion can become
What's
fact.
an example of an opinion? That's
okay,
fact?
let's just say,
I heard I just said one.
yeah, he
What?
just said,
I said like somebody walk up to a person and be like, man, I think you being overweight is gonna put stress on your heart.
and that,
That-
which
but
my
but that's-
opinion to you, that is true.
If
That's
you
my
don't know,
opinion to
if
you.
you don't know,
That's
You
That's
said
an
you
opinion.
said being overweight can
Mm-hmm.
put can not will. Will is a fact.
Yeah,
Can is an opinion.
but even
So-
if I say will, it's still an opinion from me.
no,
until you
because
go-
when you
Until
say
you
when
go
you
to
say
some-
when you say will, that means that this is gonna happen.
yeah, but it's still an
But in
opinion
that
until you
situation,
find out
but in that
yourself.
situation, in order for that to be a fact, everybody that is that way has to experience that. There cannot be any outliers.
No,
for it to be
everybody
a fact.
that is
Well-
like it's literally proven. Like,
But that's not true because every fat person everybody that gets overweight isn't gonna have heart problems.
No,
Not every single
Well-
person.
No, I'm telling you, like, no, it's literally.
Well,
that's why if you look in America
yeah,
right now, the
fact, yeah.
statistics of overweight, like, that's why we have the most. Like,
E-
there's literally, but as I'm saying, everything can be proven.
Yeah,
like,
like, even
in
though-
America, we have the worst problem. when it
But
comes
in
to
order
overweight
for
people.
that to be a fact, bro, that would have to happen to every single overweight
but it
person.
does over time.
No,
That's
no,
that's
no,
why-
that
that's why
means that no. That means you see, you're not understanding the gravity of what I'm saying. In order for that to be a fact, that has to happen to every single obese fat. Nobody can survive this shit at all for it to be a fact.
But
Nobody
it's
does.
been-
But the thing about it is, there are people that are overweight that don't have to deal with that. That's the thing.
But
No.
It doesn't happen to every single one, bro.
But
Even if it's not heart problems, it's still problems
It's
that all
something.
come from being overweight.
Overweight.
They all, like I
Okay,
said,
now that is a fact.
yeah.
yeah. So it ain't just heart problems, it's just the fact.
But the thing
is-
about it is, what we're talking about is a specific. When I'm listening to what you're saying, you saying heart problems specifically.
Yeah.
Now, if you saying being overweight will cause you problems, of course, that is a fact. Being overweight will cause you problems. Being short will cause you problems. Being tall will cause you problems. Problems are problems. Everybody has problems.
But I came to you with it,
But
though.
that's
That's the
a fact.
difference. Yeah.
But you could just as easily say being a human will cause you problems.
Yeah.
Because it will. So you know what I mean. So if you want to paint it vague, then yeah, it could be a fact. If you paint it extremely vague,
So I give
So
you-
I'm gonna put it like this: the problem that we're saying that, like I said, we say the problem with, but the basic put it down like this: the problem with, like I said, with obesity and everything, like you said, if it's a problem with every person, it literally does happen because your body, if you want to go against anatomy, to go against the book and everything else, one of the biggest things it say is greed, obesity, everything else. It talks about that. Your body naturally is not made to
be like that.
perform at that. So even if you say that every person go, because of the fact that even if your heart is a muscle, once you have so much on it, your body becomes, so again, no matter how big, once you become overweight, every person, not if I'm gonna tell you right now, go tell a big person right now to go run up a hill.
and see if they're gonna make it.
That's a real fact.
Now, but here's the thing. Okay, so I like that example. So, an opinion would be
You're not gonna make it
that every fat person can't run up a hill. That's an opinion. That is not
Yeah,
a
no,
fact.
that's an
Yeah.
opinion.
That's
an
not a
opinion.
fact, right? Saying that was the thing that I'm saying. In a certain scenario, you can't say certain things. You can say anything's a fact if you make it very vague.
Yeah.
Because it's just like okay, well,
It is true.
you know, it's gonna be hard.
I'll give you
to
an
do
example.
this,
I'll
you
give
know
you
what
an
I mean?
example. I was watching the TV the other day, and I was on Facebook, and they said, people who have AIDS and HIV, it's hard for them to find someone to accept them for that and date. That was the truth, and that was an opinion. Now, how I can prove it? They made a dating app for people who have AIDS and HIV.
They did?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For
They
you
literally
to-
got one, bro.
So
Because that's how hard, like,
and what I
because you
just-
got to tell, so
Yeah.
you got to think, you got to tell
Tell
somebody if
somebody.
you got it, or they can charge you with murder.
So now, did I give you an
Yeah.
opinion? I gave you an opinion that was a fact because
Mm-hmm.
if you have AIDS, you're not gonna find somebody that want to deal with that. It's gonna be hard for you. So what did they do?
See, but see, when you say you're not gonna find somebody,
not that.
that is
But it's the
that is an
truth.
opinion.
Now, what we saying, it's gonna be harder.
And it's the truth.
Harder is a fact.
Yeah.
Harder
Yeah.
is a fact.
Okay.
Not like that's what I'm saying,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Will and not and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Those are fact-based
Yeah.
words.
There
Okay,
you
what
go.
I'm saying?
They not.
But
now
when you
you
say
see
it's
what-
gonna be harder,
Yeah.
that is true. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But at the same token, let's say there is somebody that's like extremely gorgeous that has this whatever, and she gets on the app and she finds somebody instantly, right? It wasn't hard. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You feel so it
Yeah.
just
Well, that would be
it's
the
gray. It's
that-
gray.
yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? It's
No, but I
gray.
mean, naturally, I would say it still would be harder
It-
because you still
overall, right?
Yeah, harder. I mean, you can't go out there in just the regular world and be like, hey, you know, such and such because.
I mean, you could, but you gonna go to jail.
No.
Yeah, you could, man. You be out here tainting the whole world,
You
but
could.
you know,
And-
tainting the
and-
blood.
And
or
that's the truth. It would be so hard for you to, if you had that, you ain't, nobody wants to deal with
And
that.
then you gotta be like very specific because it's just like let's say if you said somebody that had that, it would be hard for them to get some. No, it would be hard for them to tell the person to have them be doing like if you have to be very specific with words.
Hold on, it would be
Right.
hard for a truthful person
Exactly. So you would have to be very
to
specific.
get some.
You have to be very specific.
Because you don't have some situation where you don't heard on the news where a person had certain thing they walk around just
Passing it around.
tainting the whole Holy
So,
Spirit of
okay.
everybody.
And then you got, and if you go with the woke mind, watch this. If you go with the woke mind, let's say something like, "Oh, it's not hard because life isn't hard." Perspective. They hit you with the super perspective. Life ain't hard. You just gotta try.
See, that's the new woke that I
But-
don't
You know what I'm
like.
saying?
Life
But
is hard as a
but-
bitch.
but-
Yeah, I'm a different
but is that
woke,
a lie,
bro.
though?
Life is hard as a bitch,
But
bro.
is that a lie, though?
See,
Is that a lie?
But then when you get into the mind, it's like, well, there you go. Perspectives and opinion, gray area,
That's
right?
it.
That's
Because
what I'm
if
saying.
someone-
Everything
yeah,
gets
Because
gray.
if someone came to tell you, man, life is just hard, and I wasn't thinking about it, life could be going, everything could have been going right for me until you said that, and now it hit like, damn, maybe he right.
The only way, like I said, to be proven factual that life is not easy, and life is not hard, is if you go throughout your whole day and don't run into a single problem, or throughout your whole
Somebody who
life,
has money.
they got the most problems.
But I'm just saying, technically,
Yeah,
you
they
that's
got
what
the
I'm
most
saying.
problems,
People
bro.
that got money got
You
problems.
got to think about. I be telling people all the time. So this is one of the big covers because we got to get wrapped up. One of the biggest perspective I think right now that like a lot of people think all rich people ain't got problems.
They do.
Think about this is one of the biggest things that rich people got to think about on an everyday basis. What will happen if everything that they do just fail tomorrow? Think about it. They got damn near $1 million in bills, thousands of dollars. How much deeper do you think they problems would be versus us if we fall behind? We got a couple of thousand. Versus you now in debt millions.
Let's add another layer. Let's say that everybody is relying on you. Let's say that you employ people. Let's say that you got a family. Let's say you got to do all this. Imagine if something happened to you where you couldn't do anything and you're the leader of everything.
Yeah, I'm telling
Man,
you.
what,
Y'all
you
stop
gonna have
thinking
so
these
much
rich
stress.
people got it like that, dog.
The only reason that other people can eat is because you exist.
Mm-hmm.
So if something happens to you, all this is going down unless you have something in play. It keep players in play. To keep that,
Fantasia
you know what I mean?
Barrino, a perfect example of that, man. There's a lot of celebrities out here that say openly that they are the bread and butter to their family. So,
Yeah.
so like I said, bro, it's a lot more willing when you start. You gotta think about it. More money, more problems. That is a real life quote.
Yeah.
You start making more money, bro. Your expenses become. As humans, we are needy beings, bro. Unfortunately, bro.
And you can't do anything by yourself. Unfortunately, like no matter, and that's the super woke agenda thing. I can do everything on my own. You absolutely cannot, bro. Even at the topper echelon of money, brotherhood is extremely important. These people have cliques. These people have folks that they can go
Yep.
to. I'm real good at tech stuff. You real good at agriculture. You real good at finances. Let's work together because it's only 24 hours in a day. We only gonna be
Yep.
here for so long,
Yep.
and we can only
Yep.
get so good. But if we work together, we can pull all this together.
You know, a perfect example of them, Normans. The Amish.
Oh yeah, they find
okay.
all of their
Okay,
strength
okay.
and weaknesses and use them because that's another thing. For everybody to say, "Oh, I don't need this person," you basically say that you're perfect. Nobody is perfect
Yeah,
in this world.
yeah,
Everybody
that's-
got strength and everybody got weaknesses.
Yeah.
Where you are weak, you should have somebody else that is strong
compensate,
for
yeah,
you,
yeah.
man. That's another concept where I get all these people like this: men don't need women and women don't need men. But there's
so
plenty of
crazy.
lot that a man can do that a woman cannot, and there's plenty that a woman can do that a man cannot. So stop all that bullshit saying we don't need
And
each
it's
other,
like-
bro. It's made like that,
Yeah,
bro.
Who came up with that?
I don't know. Some dumb
It's
idiot in the
actually-
wall
it's
sat
actually
back
a
like,
talk-
who we don't need these women in,
It's
or we
actually-
don't need men. I don't know who
never
thought
mind.
that.
Important thing too is that without the other person or the other gender, you wouldn't have a reason to do some of the things that you do.
Yeah.
For instance, women wouldn't have to be on this whole crazy I work hard thing if they didn't have men to prove it to. You feel what I'm saying? Because a lot of the times when they have that agenda, it's like, oh, I don't need a man, so I'm going to prove it to men that I don't need them. And same thing with women, or men. The reason why men go so hard and do all this is because they care about sex. Most of them, you know what I mean, or they want to be better than the other guy, or they was just like, well, now that this done happen, I'm gonna show this woman that abandoned me how great of a guy I could be. You know what I'm saying? So it's you always motivated by the other side,
So
regardless.
you want to know something
Opinion,
crazy? To
though.
put it in layman's terms,
That's crazy.
you exist right now. I can touch you right now, right? I exist. I can touch you right
Yeah.
now, right?
Yeah,
All
okay.
right? Man and woman, that main reason that man and women need each other, cause we wouldn't fucking exist right now if it wasn't for it. We wouldn't be sitting right here talking to you right now if it wasn't for a male and female having a good daddy and mommy relations and having a child.
See,
It don't matter about how much science exists now where you may be able to do it without the other person. At the end of the day, the beginning people that didn't know about science had to use the old school fashioned way of penis and vagina. Hey, welcome humans.
you know what's crazy?
Human anatomy, man. It's amazing.
I had an argument.
Male and female.
I had an argument on Facebook with this chick. You know, sometimes
Why
I
are
be.
you arguing on Facebook?
I don't know. I put up stuff on there. They respond, and I be like, "Oh, come on, man. It's not that serious." I know this young chick told these people that, yeah, if it ain't for the woman, y'all men wouldn't be having children. And then I was gonna let it go, but I was like, well, baby, without sperm.
That's why it go back to we need each other.
It's a tag
No matter
team.
how you try to put it. We may have all the egg, may have all the sperm in the world, but without that egg, we can no longer, unless you want to go have sex with a sheep or something, because they got the closest anatomy to a
One man can produce more children than one woman can.
yeah, because one woman
the
stuck for
woman.
one woman is stuck for 9 months versus that man.
Oh, this one.
Yeah, I'm there, man. Like so.
Well, you know,
15 baby mothers.
well, you know, Elephant Man, 28 children. He's a 28 or 50. Elephant Man.
The Elephant Man for real.
No, I'm down.
But he got a whole what
Yeah,
they call
he
a
got
group
a
of
tribe.
Hell, Bob Marley. Right?
got a village.
Different women with different children with different women.
Yeah.
And they all on tour now together.
One thing about it, once you go past 11, no child support. So I guess they blessed.
Wait, really?
11?
Go past 11, yeah. They can't.
Yeah, when you start getting in the traps, man, you just gotta go make more.
Oh man, we gotta wrap it up, man. But this was a good episode, man. I really enjoyed this one, man. Y'all definitely show love, man. I definitely want to say shout out, man. We see that people have been coming back to the pod. I don't even know what happened, but thank y'all for coming back. We gonna keep from letting it happen.
Title this episode.
I don't even know, bro. Cause this is,
Entitlement,
it went a
baby.
little
But
bit.
it's time to go figure out what number we on now, and then put the number back for this one because we went everywhere. We went generational.
Yeah,
Evaluate.
we gonna find out because I don't even know what the just.
Generations, baby.
Because it started with that, and then we
And then
started
we
going
ended
to
up
the
going
woke,
into, like-
and then we started talking about opinions. And
We end
then
up breaking down
started-
just generation in
then-
general, bro. Like good episode, man. Like I said, man. We gonna drop some gems, and we did, man. I feel
Yeah.
good about this one, man.
Yeah,
Y'all-
it was
You
good.
know what?
Y'all
You're
share
right.
this, man. Y'all share this, man. Let people hear this,
You're
man.
right. I got a great opinion. I got a
Come
great
on, bro. We
opinion.
trying to end this. What, man? We trying to end this all, man. We been dropping gems, man.
Watch
What?
this. And tell me if I'm wrong. Next week, I'm going to have a different name. Tell me if I'm wrong. Mike Man Rome, Jelly Man Rome, Shoot the J Rome,
Bro, I'm not about this, man.
Brother Man Rome.
You shot the volume.
Oh, shit. Grits Rome.